You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Look at that. Alright, let's do the quick one this time. Let's do the most brutal way. Just go and dedicate the murderer, the princess, and see how it all goes.
You're here to slay her.
It is, that's
If you
my original
don't,
plan.
it will be the end of the world.
Alright. Let's continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, partly it is true. Let's get into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, let's take the blade. Let's be a true standard hero or something. Oh, I wouldn't call it heroic though, but what saves the world? Kinda.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Music stops, by the way.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Well, that's questionable.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Yeah, not so friendly this time.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Well, let's just continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Really? Well, maybe not really. But anyway, she's dangerous.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Well... still nervous and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I didn't hesitate. I actually choose the variant actually to come close already. Well, slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that was fast.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Probably not, that's why I should probably grab the dagger and stab at her again many times.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
I'll cut her head off.
Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
No. Apparently. Of course not, that was too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Well, first I'll remove the blade.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side. What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Well,
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
well, anyway, she won't die.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate?
I didn't actually.
It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The razor.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Well, but they are just the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but they definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This is a really weird one, all 3 times. Like, why he thinks that I don't remember if I actually remember?
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Yeah, I could agree with him.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, but have some clothes, at least.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
No, anyway, proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Sure.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Alright. Stay focused. Just need to bring the damn vessel.
The interior of the cabin
damn.
is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Well, the previous one was a curiosity. This time it might be hatred or rage. Vengeance, maybe.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean?
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
So yeah, the writer for some reason don't see it. Don't have full connection. The mirror has access to her real self. Well, anyway, mirror will be at the end, so there is no point of poking it again. Alright, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Yeah, we'll see.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
That's an interesting way of starting this dialogue.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
She still
As you
remembers
descend
it.
the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Perhaps she have a blade or something according to the noise. The roof is so weird. Well, anyway, she definitely have a weapon.
I wonder if she remembers us.
Oh, she is.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
But she didn't know that I know. Okay.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Trick's the tricker. Oh, looks like just go and stab in her instantly. Screw it. No, it will lead to my death 100%. So, yeah, doing the same stuff again will not work. Yeah, stuff about ending the war doesn't really work right now. Because I already know enough. I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
I don't know, in your butt, whatever.
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
She is armed 100%. Prove it then. Prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you. But I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
No, I would not fall for this. Oh. But what if you just hide in somewhere secret?
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret. Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Like the shade to death at the end of each sequence about stabbing. And I didn't even mention it at the beginning.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious.
No.
Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that. But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
Last time? What are you talking about?
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
And we're going back to Snob Hockey. Talking thing through will not work probably. But yeah, we kinda in bad situation, both of us. Looks like her vessel right now don't have too much string. She's mostly just, well, not really princess, but at least made of flesh. Perfect ideal variant would be throw a dagger, maybe. Throws this knife. Turn the leaf. She might throw into attack from behind, whatever. Attack it, front might work, might not, but not a good one. Approaching is a bad idea. But okay, let's ask some questions. Okay, what are you going to do if I let you out?
All sorts of things, which is why I think that's a great idea. I would love to not be chained up down here. Being chained up is so boring, and I crave fresh and new activities to broaden my horizons.
Please don't let her out of here.
Believe it or not, I think I'm actually with him on this. Okay, but what if all of this is just a misunderstanding? There has to be room for this to be a misunderstanding.
Well, can we just talk things through?
But we don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying, and you should just come over here and let me out.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
Well, it doesn't mean anything.
But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous.
I would not fall second time in the same trap.
All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
I don't have the key anyway.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her?
Yeah, but she'll literally say that she'll attack me as the moment I will come close.
We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry, do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
It turns out I mentioned my world, so not our world, my world. I think he's a really narrator, like, I don't know, magic book or something, who knows? Anyway, the guy who created the world, sort of, who knows? Well, anyway, we killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again.
But if we killed each other, then why are we here, right now? Both of us normal and unstabbed.
No, I know that you're mad at me, but I think we both just need to let bygones be bygones.
But I'm not mad at you, so please stop standing so far out of reach.
Don't reach.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
Yeah, basically there are no variants. Like, the game doesn't give me any variants what to do. Like, I can charge and try to stop her, and apparently it will not end good. Turn and leave might trigger her as well. And might be a good variant, because charging and then is also a bad idea. So yeah, activities, like stabbing a cat and not murdering?
Yes, I mean, maybe. I've never done any of those things, but there is something alluring about the sound of it. I think it would also be fun to do other activities like look at a bird or touch a tree.
Okay, now listen. You're not actually buying this, are you? Listen. Yes, I would like to look at a bird. You can look at a bird later. But if we look at a bird now, we wouldn't have to be here. He has a point. Just make a decision already.
Oh, damn it. I like this thing. This is hilarious. Well. Nobody has to die.
Of course not. At least not now, because you're here to save me. But you'll have to come close.
Damn, I really want to stop after all this.
Okay, I'm bored now.
Oh, finally.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit. In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
What a surprise.
How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains.
I wouldn't be so sure.
and those chains stop her
Oh,
from
really?
continuing her advance, at least for a moment.
Yeah, she'll cut her arm off if she'll need to.
She looks down at them with something between annoyance and
Yeah, perfect
confusion.
moment to strike, damn it.
And then she
Yeah,
slices
can I
through
cut
her arm.
her already? Ah, damn it. Oh, why I didn't have a chance to actually stop you at this moment? This kinda doesn't make any sense.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a
Yeah, why
terrifying
I'm
speed you can't
hesitating?
hope to outpace. Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it.
Oh, really?
And use it you do. But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched.
Yeah, but what the hell? Why I wasn't able to stop her at that moment when she was confused?
You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense. She's much better at this than she was last time.
Apparently.
Yeah, it's unreal. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
Oh, really?
With a squelch, she does just that.
Yeah, can I don't know, break her neck or something? No.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Damn it, the arms race.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
I can agree.
You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? Nobody. Nobody holds the cards. That's how it's always been. That's unfortunately how reality works. The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight. What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing. Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right, that's too much responsibility! I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it.
Well.
Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp. That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. And what if we never do? Don't be like that. I know things are hard right now, but we gotta stay positive. If they're confident, then I'm confident.
Oh, good for you.
So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to?
The question is, where is the basement? Behind the mirror?
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
Maybe there is a door behind the mirror, but well.
But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Alright, let's approach the mirror. Hey, it's not like I have a chance.
Make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Well, wipe the mirror clean. Yeah, that's really long drawn out, say.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Stay focused.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Damn.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
This whole entire cycle just sounds weird. Like a robot.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again. Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Well, right now maybe it is. She doesn't have a weapon visually, but most likely she is a weapon. Everything them made of metal. Even she, maybe. She kinda have a shape of, well, yeah, metal basically. She maybe is the metal this time.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
That most likely is the right one.
Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short
No,
by the
she's
wet
not
sound of
metal.
slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Well, apparently I can find, but well, flirting will not help. We're panicking. The thing is, I'm still not sure how much I can shape the reindeer. Maybe I can? Think about something better. It might be actually the right choice, but the problem is, while I'm thinking, I might be count. Well, talking this out most likely will not work. Or maybe it will. Unpredictable. Trying to shape reindeer would work. Well. Well. Neither this is that, I guess. We're going to find her and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it.
Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? Let's see if we can turn off the part of us that feels things.
If the cheater is basically the main character in this night, maybe it will work.
I turned that off ages ago. Pain is good. It's how we stay alive. Nah, I'm sick of pain. Yeah, this whole thing would be a lot more tolerable if it didn't hurt so much.
Well, do your worst. I bet you can't even hurt me.
Sure thing. I love a challenge. I bet I can hurt you so much.
The princess closes the distance and we dodge. And you dodge.
Yep.
Oh, you're fast. But let's see how fast you really are.
You dodge the princess's blows for as long as you can, sustaining only nicks and cuts as you attempt to avoid her blades. But it isn't long before you're winded, Your feet a little slower. Your gait a little clumsier. That's all the opening she needs. She skewers you.
Gotcha.
And? Does it hurt? No. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you? I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead. If we didn't realize we were dead, then we made progress. Good job. Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? This is 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
She is excited.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
This might be a way.
As long as we keep moving, why not? It's not like dying again and again is doing us any harm. Let's see how far this little mind hole goes, shall we? Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Come on, show me something new.
Let's see. What's this variant? I can overload her with variants. Or maybe some particular variants will work, or maybe all the variants sucks, because I can think about something else. But okay, let's continue this idiocy. Maybe it'll work. She wins by kindness, right? So let's beat her to it. It doesn't work, and she kills again, and again, and again, and again. Where blurs the consciousness, leaves from knife to knife to knife, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder. She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
I will be, I guess,
Compliment
eventually.
her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
Do you see that? We almost had her. That was luck. We only have to get lucky once. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
So basically I'm allowing each entity to try once. Maybe one of us will be lucky enough.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. None of this is working. Think. She skewers you. We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time. That's all we need. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Why? Chapter 4. Mutually assured destruction.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body. That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore. Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
That's the spirit.
Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more fine. I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
No change this time at all.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
I'm not so sure.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls.
I can see the
All
heart.
that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
This is fun as the time.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine. Yes, behold the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Not right now.
All right,
My
what just
mind.
happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Yeah. You did not act. And you enter that in action. Your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach. But as her blow finishes its arc, you are just somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapon clash again and again. You and her enter in a rhythm, free of thought and free of itself. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and her strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear that's to come. This is a good ending. Another vessel achieved. You do not yet to see each other die. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Where's the mirror? You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Turns as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. Turns as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Does it look more different now? Withered. What does it even mean? It changes. Became bigger and withered. Doesn't change anything really. Well, we'll see. It turns out some flesh is losing. And like a more human body now. What? No, unclear. You find yourself in the lone quiet once again. Let's proceed to the cabin. You are in the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
But how can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Well, it doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurt the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
That's different. Well, it's love story after all. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
And the end last trip was actually funny. So what do you think about this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Well, Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
So, have you figured out what you want when we've finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Well, what do you want me to bring in next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change your crown?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
A gift to me. That's interesting. Well, how many more vessels do I need to bring in then?
We will know when we near our destination.
Looks like we're not near. Well, I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1: The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
How concerned. Oh well. Okay, let's save for today. On this note, I guess. Save. I know how it works. Just clicking and saying okay. Okay. Like load, for example. But no one save progress session.
You're on a path in the woods,
So
and at
it's
the end
not
of that
exactly.
path
That's
is a
perfect.
cabin.
Alright, let's quit then. Yes. Well, it was interesting experience actually. Like at some points it's annoying that the game just grab all the variants from me. But at the same time, in other moments it's actually, well, pretty interesting. Like I didn't really like second trip, even if it was more grounded than first one. First one, I think I chose the perfect variant for the first run. Because, well, it shows a lot about entity. And was most, well, weird one. That variant was just funny. And yeah, funny, brutal, and yeah, that was interesting anyway. But I actually not sure what to choose next after it. Like, there is apparently a way to not go to cabin, most likely. Not sure where it will lead me, but it definitely will affect something. But outside of it, well, leaving her out, I'm not sure how it works. Letting her out might break everything eventually, so logic I shouldn't accept it anyway. But not that many variants left. But we'll see, maybe actually still many variants.